What do we want as parents? What do we want in a yeshiva for our son? We want a yeshiva that's looking out for the entire well-being of a Talmud, which includes his emotional well-being, his spiritual well-being, his social well-being, the quality of his learning.
If you're teaching a class and you have 20 kids in the class, 6 are going to be with you, 6 are mediocre, 6 are on the bottom. That's just the reality. And you're choosing which ones to teach. How do you engineer a class where the social engineering allows you to actually teach them all?
Right from the beginning, from the interviews with the Rosh Yeshiva, they get to know my son. They're actually interested in getting to know him for who he is.
He met with my son, he tested my son, evaluated. Well, what he told me was, I don't want you to tell your son this is what I want. I would like you to have a conversation with your son and see what he feels. Just that in itself is so beautiful. This is not about pushing them somewhere. This is about the Talmud seeing his potential and finding the track that's going to be most beneficial to bring out his success.
They're very successful in the Bachrim, and I see with my son really coming out with Yediyas HaTorah. He told me that this year yeshiva is even better than last year. And I asked him why. So he said because the learning is even better. And because this has become what he lives for.
We wanted to enhance an already superb yeshiva system and build a top yeshiva that caters to each and every bacher individually. And then bacher can walk out of yeshiva because he learned, has a curriculum and has chazara, knowing potentially hundreds of blat of Gemara that he actually knows. Imagine Ma'amorim that he knows and he walks out. That's self-esteem. That's a bacher who's gonna love to be a chassid.
They have this system of different tracks of learning. The boys are not divided by age or by experience, but rather by where their strengths are.
Our goal at this yeshiva is that when a bacher leaves the yeshiva, he should walk out a happy, healthy chassid, a true lamdan, a real Yerushalayim, and the Rebbe and Chassidishkeit should be a real part of his life.
One thing I really love about this yeshiva is that there's personalized and individualized learning for every bacher on every level they are on. It's easier to learn when I'm on the level that I want to be on, customized, versus having to learn a certain amount that's either too hard for me or too easy for me to.
They actually are worried about things other than learning. They want to help me with other parts of my life also, make sure that I'm not struggling.
There's a very unique atmosphere between the parents, the Hanhala, and the Bachrim.
We feel the greatest asset of Yeshiva Mayan Torah is Rabbi Lepkovsky, the Rosh Yeshiva.
I know by now hundreds of mechanchim. He literally stands out on a pedestal in his incredible approach.
My son loves him. He's really growing in Darkei Chassidus.
We've been overwhelmed with the amount of wisdom and encouragement that Rabbi Lepkovsky has given us, how much our son has improved as an individual as well as a student.
Every yeshiva that introduces betterments in anything in Chinuch sets the standards for other yeshivas as well. And I really believe that this yeshiva is setting that standard.
You want to really help make a change and a dent in Chinuch? Then join us in building a trendsetter yeshiva that's going to change the face of Chinuch in this yeshiva and in all yeshivas.